Being successful is not something that just happens by chance. It's something that you have to plan for, and you have to take the steps to make it happen. Have you noticed that the best marketers are the salespeople who really know what to do regularly, and they don't do those things that others find distracting. They instead are focusing on what's going to get the job done. They're willing to pay the price to get ahead. In my seminars, I talk about what works from time to time on relationship farming. I like that. I grew up in the Midwest. We didn't live on a farm ourselves, but we had farms all around us. And I saw them, and I learned certain principles there really worked in farming in the real world that also work in business. Here's some traits I want to share with you, 7 of these that are going to help you and you can use and start implementing in your practice. And they're advanced level strategies that give you a real advantage. Number 1, study the market. This is critical for relationship marketing and relationship farming. Know what is working today, where the pain exists, and how you can best implement these solutions. Don't assume. You need to have what Air Force professionals call situational awareness. You got to be aware, hey, what's going on around you? You got to read, stay up to date with what's going on in the current affairs, attend seminars, attend the webinars, find out what's going on. And here's something you want to do, curtail the needless TV. When it's a waste of your time, you're not going to use this. You're just kind of gelling out and just going, oh, I don't want to do that. How about if you invested that time in reading something that would be really good, enriching your mind, or something that's you're going to listen to, or even meditating that can really rest your mind much more than the TV. You want to do it that way. Number 2, study people. Learn specifics about important people. Yeah, you have to do your homework. You got to think about how you study someone on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, maybe Instagram. Study what they're doing, what they're thinking. Get to know them. Know the likes and the dislikes of the key people. Harvey Mackay talks about it in his Mackay 66. He collects 66 questions on people and gets a chance to know about them. Not just their name and where they live, address, phone number, those kind of things. Yeah, that's nice to know. But you want to know what's their preference on this. Where did they go to school? Are they religious? If so, where are they? Family, married, any children, etc. Little things like that. You want to just collect it. See, you don't want to be like some 19-year-old jerk who walks in and he goes too far, too fast in trying to build a relationship. Okay? Don't do that. It's not like, well, and I certainly don't do that anymore. So it's one of those things you got to be careful. You gradually build. You start that. You think relationship farming. You start by planting the seeds. Then you cultivate. You nurture relationships. You maintain the consistent application of sound relationship marketing principles. That's what you do to succeed. Number 3, stay away from stupid. Don't do what doesn't work and hurts. I'm not talking about a person named stupid. I'm talking about the concepts of stupid. Always be on guard for what can happen in 2 ways. Number 1, be aware of potential dangers. And number 2, watch out for those serendipitous opportunities and be ready to take advantage of them when you see a good option that's available. Number 4, strengthen your smart persistence. Smart persistence is what I call a term that means applying brain power to your determination to get the results. You're in this one for the long term. Don't give up when a couple of thunderstorms knock you down in the fence or the back 40 or something. This happens in farming. You don't quit because some wolves broke through and destroyed some of the crops in the South Valley. You know when to stay in the game and when to say goodbye. Well-meaning and otherwise outstanding salespeople sometimes make a mistake of staying with something that just doesn't work at all. In farming, sometimes you go, in that location, in that field, this kind of crop just doesn't work. So you adjust. Also, if the market says, we don't need any more of those, there's just so many of them right now, the price on them has fallen. Well, then maybe you need to plant something else that's going to be a little bit better. You see, we also need to be careful of staying away from the people that are aggravating you. When someone's pulling your chain and they say, hey, we're going to try to hurt you, or they're going to try to do this or that, I found out you just wish them well and say, adios, amigos. Goodbye. You get away from them. Don't waste time with people who really don't value a relationship. They don't value the principle of value for value living. In other words, you focus on you're going to give value and you get value in return. In business, often that's money. That's good. But often it's you do a favor for someone. You know how people say, hey, I owe you one. And when they do that, you build those relationships that way. Focus on those who are most open to a relationship with you and really serious about it. This is where you get to do your homework beforehand for qualification. Number 5, build relationships for the long term. Connections are critical. You want to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So much of my business success has come because of that. I'm working on a big project right now that is just huge. And it's because somebody knew me who knew somebody who knew somebody. Literally was a little chain like that. The person eventually that went to hire me was someone I had no idea who they were, and it would have been real tough to get through to them. But by knowing that, it works out really well. You want to be a relationship farmer who is constantly tilling and sowing and planting every day, develop muscular systems that can handle the rough and tumble of the real world. Number 6, constantly focus on increasing your connections and knowledge base. Hey, here's a hint. The knowledge base will lead to further connections when you apply it right. Use the power of social media to connect with your connections' connections. And notice I say that, connections is, because there's an apostrophe after that S. You want to make sure that it's not just who you know, but it's who knows you in a favorable way. And number 7, apologize quickly when you blow it, because, hey, you're human. We are all going to make mistakes now and then. Hey, it just happens. And when you blow it, even the best of us will, from time to time, take responsibility and correct your behavior quickly by apologizing, making amends, and resolve to change for better the next time. And then make sure you do it. Don't just have the words of, oh, yeah, I apologize. Put it into action. Make sure it's there, because these things are going to happen from time to time. This saves a lot of anguish, and it helps you pick up yourself and get moving in the right direction much more quickly and on to the next victory. And it also helps to nurture those precious relationships. Relationship marketing takes time, money, and energy to deploy it effectively. The best salespeople, the best business people, the best people in life are those who use tools and other techniques to achieve the very best that they want to be. Be willing to pay the price, and you'll have a bountiful harvest. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being part of what we're doing here. We want to share this word with the world. So please share this with your community. You can upvote it on Steemit. That would really help a lot. We really appreciate those. Follow me on Steemit. You can see that. If you're getting this on YouTube, by all means, subscribe to that. We would love to have you back, and then share this with your community. I'm Terry Brock at terrybrock.com, and I look forward to hearing from you.